Hey Diana, how's it going? Thank you so much for purchasing this love spread reading from me. I really appreciate it. So, you're interested in men and you just want the standard questions that come with the reading. So, let's go ahead and get into it. Just shift that a little bit. All right. The first question is, who is your true love? So, I'm going to get you as much information about him as possible. And then we're going to move on to your next question. So, who is Diana's true love? All right, we've got Justice, Eight of Cups, the Star. Not bad. Oh my God. Three major arcana, the Sun, and let's get one more. All right. Eight of Pentacles. Very interesting. 2 eights and then 3 major arcana. Okay, so before we get into the cards, I'm going to go ahead and pull you some zodiac signs. So I like to pull 3. This could potentially be his sun, moon, rising, or just 3 important signs within his personality. Sometimes one will talk about the season that you're going to meet, but we'll find out more about that in the second question. So let's go ahead and get your zodiac signs. Okay, there we go. We've got Virgo, Pisces, and Capricorn. All right, 2 earth and water. So Pisces, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, also for the cards, we have Libra, Aquarius, and Leo. So those might be important signs, but I'm more inclined to go with these 3 here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So Pisces, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, so your true love, what is he like? Well, definitely a hard worker, that's for sure. The Eight of Pentacles is the first thing that I'm drawn to, and I just love, love, love this energy because this tells me that he is very hardworking, very dedicated. So not only just in work, but this to me feels like someone who's just a dedicated person. I mean, this is the earth energy. We got 2 earth signs, Virgo and Capricorn. I'm especially feeling the Capricorn and also that Pisces energy. I'm feeling those 2 really strongly because this Eight of Pentacles, the way I'm feeling off of this is like, again, someone who's just really like reliable and solid and I just got that like solid like a rock, like from Arrested Development. Anyway, but yeah, someone who's just really solid, really reliable, and someone who is always working on bettering themselves. That's another theme because we've got the Eight of Cups here. Eight of Cups to me is very Scorpio energy. Scorpio is all about transformation. And Scorpio are typically very deep thinkers and very introspective. And Pisces shares that trait with them. And they're always trying to better themselves. They're always trying to evolve, transform, start new chapters. And that's that Eight of Cups energy. So Eight of Cups is like starting new journeys, starting new chapters. Again, this feeling of he always wants to better himself. He's never just happy. I mean, not that he's not happy, but he always wants to be a better version of himself. And I think he is somebody that realizes that we grow throughout our lives. We don't just like grow up until a certain age or something. So this guy's really introspective. I love this. He's very introspective. Again, very hard worker. The Eight of Pentacles is also about learning while you're working. It's typically called like the apprenticeship energy. So it's about working hard, but also learning and perfecting your skills. I also wouldn't be surprised if he works with his hands. I'm really drawn to this card. Like, you have such gorgeous energy here and I want to talk about all of it, but I like can't put this one down for some reason. Like, this one is just like really drawing me in. So yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised. I feel like he's got a similar physique. Like, I'm seeing like somebody like kind of muscular in my head. Like, not massively like, you know, on steroids or something, like not like that big, but like kind of similar to this artwork here. It's like I'm seeing somebody that's a little bit more on the muscular side, like, you know, a little bit buff. And yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised if he really like, if he does like work with his hands, as either a hobby or as his profession. I'm leaning towards his profession, but one or the other. There's definitely something. Cars just popped into my head, so I don't know if he really likes cars or if that might be a hobby of his, like working on cars, restoring like classic cars, like something about cars. So he might work at like a dealership, or he might, like I said, for some reason classic cars are like stuck in my head. So again, maybe he restores them for fun, or maybe he just has like a classic car that he really likes or something like that. But yeah, this is definitely a more like hands on, definitely like earth energy, down to earth kind of guy. Again, very reliable, always bettering himself. Like this guy's just like solid. It's the best word. Now, let's talk about these 3 major arcana here, because I have to say, whenever somebody gets a lot of major arcana in this reading, especially in the first question, to me what this says is this is fate. You know, not only is this fate, this is like huge. So what I always tell people, well, the few people that get this message, I would say out of my readings, well, okay, I believe that everyone has a true love. I don't, however, believe that everybody has a great love. Now, what's the difference? I think everybody has that person that they're meant to be with. They have that true love. They have that beautiful connection. But I don't think everyone has a great love, which is something that is just pure magic. Like, I feel like the way you are going to meet is going to be pure magic. The timing of everything, pure magic. Like, it just feels like next level, if that makes any sense. And I would say, out of my readings, probably about 20% of people get this type of message. And especially with the particular cards you have and the fact that there's so much major arcana, I really feel like this is going to end up being a great love, because this person, okay, first of all, he's very optimistic. He's very warm. Definitely feels like someone who is very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like touch is like one of his love languages. Like I just feel like him being someone that likes to hold hands, likes to cuddle, like he may be like kind of like, you know, manly, but like he likes to like pamper at the same time, and he's just got such a warm personality. And again, overall very optimistic. And then these energies, I mean, the star is literally like blessings and miracles. Also divine timing. Dreams come true. The Justice card is also divine timing based on our free will. This is also saying to me that he's just a very balanced person. And that's definitely a feeling I get, is he's a hard worker, like for sure. But he knows how to balance his time. Friends, relationship, work, family, etc., etc. Like, he's good. And again, he's just so reliable, and he just feels like somebody who he just knows how to schedule, and he knows how to make certain people priorities, and he's got that balance. He's got that kind of vibe. Like, I do think he's overall kind of I don't want to say he's go with the flow, because that's not exactly what it is, but it's like, it's hard to explain. I'm not saying go with the flow in the terms of like, yeah, whatever, where the wind takes me. Like, not like that, but he's go with the flow in the sense that, like, let's say one friendship is not as important. Okay, well, then I'm going to shift my focus over here, and it's okay that this one gets a little less attention. Like, it's hard to explain, but I just feel like he kind of just effortlessly flows through life in a weird way, like a very controlled way, because he definitely is like a scheduling like type person, and again, very reliable, but he does it like effortlessly. I don't know if that just made any sense, but hopefully it did. But anyway, yeah, these energies, the Justice, the Star, the Sun, this is like big energy. The Star, to me, the Star is my favorite card. It's literally, to me, like just pure magic. So I really think this guy is just going to be everything you've ever wanted. I mean, the Sun card is bliss, like ultimate happiness, and completion. Yeah. And, you know, I think with this Justice energy, too, it's not only that just he's really balanced, but I feel like you guys are going to balance each other out as well. So he's going to have qualities that you're lacking. You're going to have qualities that he's lacking. And I think you guys are really going to balance each other out well. Could be an only child. For some reason, I just got that. That just popped into my head. So it could possibly be an only child. But yeah, and this is like the emotional side too. Like, yes, he's, you know, a hard worker. He's optimistic. He, you know, enjoys life. He has good balance in his life. That's all well and good, but there's depth to this guy as well. He's not just like, oh, look, he's like hot and attractive, like on the surface, and he's like making good money. Like, that's great, but there's depth there. You know, the Star, to me, that's that. I mean, I know it represents Aquarius, but to me that's kind of representing the Pisces energy that I'm feeling and that we got in the card. Pisces are typically very deep. They're very sensitive people. So this guy's got layers. It's like what is that from Shrek? Like ogres are like onions. They have layers. Oh, love it. Past life. Okay, not even surprised. Okay, past life relationship, you've known each other before. Okay, so I'm not surprised because I feel like the people that get the like kind of great love message are almost always past life connections. And I think that's why it is such a great love because you've spent other lifetimes together. And maybe my theory, I mean, maybe it's not always true, but my theory is that maybe it didn't work out in a previous life. Maybe something happened where it just didn't happen. It didn't work out. And like, this is the lifetime that it's meant to happen. That's kind of the feeling I get. It's kind of the feeling I always get with these kinds of readings. So I definitely feel like with that past life connection, you're definitely going to recognize, him right away. You're going to have that instant, attraction, instant connection, and that feeling of like, ooh, I know you. Like, have I met you before? Like, you're going to immediately have that. So I love that. Union. Oh my God. Okay, you have seen and unseen allies draw upon their strength, join forces with friends, and flourish. Oof. The union card to me is like talking kind of like about like a divine union. Like, this is going to be your best friend, your lover, your great love, your like everything. Like this. Yeah, okay. This just has like a feeling of pure magic. No big deal. But let's move on to the next question because I want to see what else we're going to get here. So this question is all about your meeting. So any information about, how, when, where, any advice that we can get. And then, of course, we'll move on to the final question after that, which is all of the advice that you need to know to make sure you can bring him in as soon as possible. So, all right, how will you meet? Or all of the information about your meeting. All right, we've got, again, 2 major arcana right away. The World and, oh, friggin' A. The World, the Devil, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my God, I can't with you right now. 3 of Pentacles. And finally, oof. My God. All right, you got an extra, I can't. Got an extra card, and they're both major arcana, Emperor and Judgment. Okay, so, wow. Before we get into that, I am going to pull some handmade messages. So we're going to do the when, where, how. All right, so when will you meet your true love? Okay. When, where, and then how. Okay. All right, so we've got how, when, where. There we go. All right, so how will you meet? Because you're going to be bold AF. Okay, sorry, it's not focusing. I've been having focusing issues with my camera lately. When will you meet? About a year from now. Okay, and where? Work or school. Okay. Makes sense with that 3 of Pentacles energy, but I want to pull one more of these because, let me just see. Because I have a little theory in my head and I just want to see. All right. At a fun event. Okay, very interesting. Okay. So this kind of makes sense with what I was thinking. Okay, so for the when, again, we have about a year from now. And how, because you're going to be bold, which is not shocking with the Judgment energy that we've got going on here. So let's talk about it. So the where, we got at a fun event, which I just wrote like concert, party, Comic-Con, like etc. And we've also got work and school. So I feel like either, okay. I think it's probably going to be traveling. So if you're ever in school and it's like a study abroad situation, or if it's work and you have like a conference you need to travel for, or like some kind of like work trip, because that's what I was feeling. There might be like a fun event going on like during this trip. Because we got the world energy, and the world energy does talk about traveling, and the devil talks about needing to get out of your comfort zone. So, and I think part of that is you being a bit bold and you kind of putting yourself out there. You might possibly be making the first move. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of magic here for sure. But yeah, so basically, again, just as far as like the how, I'm really feeling drawn to these two cards in particular, the World and the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is loving what you do. You know, it's work that you enjoy. It's typically a creative or artistic energy, but it doesn't have to be. It really just mainly speaks about doing work that you love, enjoying what you're doing, and what would you enjoy more than some fun event while traveling? Now, it might not have a connection to work or school if that's not resonating with you, but I'm really feeling this like travel, like fun event, like again, like it's like I'm almost seeing like kind of like a conference or like a Comic-Con or like something along those lines is like what I'm seeing in my head is like some kind of like really big exciting event with lots of people and like everybody's excited and happy and like wants to be there. Like it's not like a boring stuffy like work conference, you know what I mean? Like it's not that vibe at all. So I definitely get like the fun, exciting vibe. But yeah, and so again, travel with the world. Now, the world also represents, this is interesting because we've got the end of a chapter, and a new beginning. So, and the wheel also is the new beginning as well. So, I think you're going to be ending a major chapter in your life within this next year before you meet your true love. And we're going to find out more about that in the final question where we get all of the advice for you. But there's a lot of energy, like I said, of like kind of endings and new beginnings here. So the world is the last major arcana, and basically the major arcana tell the story of a chapter of your life. It starts with the Fool, which is number 0, and then it goes all the way to number 21, the World. And the World is closing the chapter. So it's kind of like healing, letting go of things, because that's also the devil energy. The devil energy can be staying in your comfort zone a little too long, self-sabotage, procrastination. It can be holding on to the past, holding on to somebody from the past. If not holding on to somebody, holding on to just like the pain or the narratives of like so-and-so cheated on me, so everyone's going to cheat on me, like those types of things. So I just see some major ending. This can be toxic relationships, toxic situations, etc., etc. So I really feel like there's going to be a major ending in your life within the next year before your true love can come in, because it's going to be something that's breaking a cycle. So the wheel is all about breaking those cycles, learning those lessons. You know, sometimes we get stuck on the wheel a few times. Sometimes we, do something once and we're like, that's enough. But sometimes we can get stuck on it. But either way, this is the opportunity for that forward motion. And so when you feel the energy shifting and like things are coming up to the surface to deal with once and for all and let them go, take advantage of that, because that's the Wheel of Fortune coming in and saying, okay, you have the opportunity to manifest your guy, to meet him, to have him in your life. But in order to do that, we need to get you into this Judgment energy, which is what happens here. So again, we've got the healing, the letting go, moving on from anything, toxic or holding you back, and the Wheel of Fortune being that opportunity to do that, to face that, and then move forward to that next chapter of your life, because we usher in that Judgment energy, which is Scorpio energy again. It's that transformative energy. And the Judgment card is the Phoenix rising from the ashes. So the Judgment card is kind of like death and rebirth. It's like a reawakening, finding your confidence again, I always think of it kind of as like the getting your groove back card a little bit. And we did have that message of you being bold. So I just feel like you're within the next year, something is going to happen. You're going to let go of some stuff that you've needed to let go of. And oh my God, you're going to be unstoppable. I just feel like you're going to be the most confident person. You're going to be bold. You're going to be feeling it. You're going to be hitting on dudes, or at least this dude. But that's what it feels like. So let's get you some oracle cards, and then we'll move on to your final question. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. Yeah, there's something holding you back. And again, I'm willing to bet we're going to find out more in your final question. But yeah, there's something holding you back You're keeping yourself locked up in a cage for some reason. And it might just be that whatever this is because it's affected your confidence. Because again, to me, the Judgment energy is all about, like I said, getting your groove back, like finding that confidence again. So I feel like there's something that happened to you in the past that is still holding you back, whether you're aware of it or not. New Moon in Virgo. Hey, we got that Virgo energy again. A time to give rather than take. Interesting. So what this is saying to me, because we've got this kind of message going on here for you of this like self-love, is I feel like this is saying it's time to give to yourself rather than like take this person into your life. This is all about like the flower crown. It makes me think of the Empress energy. The Empress is all about self-love, self-care, putting yourself first before you can find your emperor. So I really feel like this is talking about you needing to kind of put yourself first and work through whatever it is that you need to work through. And that's why I think right now, you know, your guy is about a year off into the future because there's still something that you need to let go of in order to be able to have that space, you know, emotionally and mentally and be ready for him to come in. So let's go ahead and get the final question going. So this is any and all advice. So anything that you need to know or do or work on to make sure that you bring your guy in as soon as possible. Hey, the Sun energy. Because that's the thing about tarot, and that's why I love it so much, is because nothing is set in stone. You know, we have free will. That's the thing about life. But tarot can tell us what's ahead of us on our path and how we can get there as soon as possible and, you know, not self-sabotage or block ourselves. So anyways, that's just my spiel about why I love looking for the advice, because we have free will. So, all right, so we've got the Sun and the 7 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Well, immediately the first message for you is to first of all, just be more optimistic. I think maybe that's something that might be part of that devil energy that's kind of holding you back, is you might just not be fully optimistic that you deserve this, you know, that it exists for you, that this is, you know, a real person that is meant to be in your life, that you, if you are interested in a family, we'll have a family together. If you don't want a family, it'll be the two of you and you'll be a family. I feel like there's part of you that just doesn't fully believe you deserve that, or doesn't truly believe it exists or exists for you specifically. Oh, the Chariot, love it. Okay, how many major arcanas have you had in this? Are you kidding me? The Hermit, another major arcana. Your reading has been like 90% major arcana. It's wild. Okay, so really quick at the bottom of the deck, you have the 5 of Pentacles. It just caught my eye and it grabbed my attention. This is an energy of lack. So again, this would be like the I'm not good enough. It's never going to happen. It's not, maybe it happens for other people, but it doesn't happen for me. I don't have a true love. Girl, you got a great love, not even just a true love. Like, you're one of the lucky few. So I really need you to believe, because that's what the Chariot energy is talking about, because you are going to be your own worst enemy here. Okay, so basically, let's talk about the Sun, the Chariot, and the Hermit, because these cards are like the biggest message here for me. So again, the Sun is all about being optimistic, being in the moment, and enjoying your life, which, given how we're all living right now, it's a little hard, but you got a year, you can figure it out. But anyway, but you know, this, again, it's a very optimistic energy. It's very much a being in the moment type of energy and enjoying life, okay? Now, that goes into the Chariot, because the Chariot speaks of being at a crossroads in your life. And the Chariot basically says, you can go ahead and be optimistic, and then we will deliver exactly what you're looking for. You know, just trust us, because that's also kind of the message of the Sun card too, is being in that energy of being open and to receiving from the universe. So trusting and just being like, yep, you got my back. I know you got this. Like, it's fine. Like, go ahead, take care of it. I'm just going to be living my life, you know, not trying to control everything, not trying to figure everything out, not, you know, in the lack energy of it's never going to happen, I'm not good enough. Just in that kind of like flow of just being optimistic and being like, okay, cool, universe, like, you got this. So you can do that, or you can stay in that devil energy and you can stay in your comfort zone and you can just kind of stay where you are and just kind of stay stuck for a while. That's the Chariot. The Chariot comes in when it's like, okay, the time is coming. Like, it's time to make the decision now. Do you want to believe in love? I mean, great love. Do you want to believe in great love, or do you just want to stay where you are? So if you choose to move forward, Boom. That's what the Hermit energy is all about. You're going to have to do some soul searching. You're going to have to do some deep diving. This is also Virgo energy too. So the Virgo energy has been strong for sure in this reading. But yeah, the Hermit is all about being alone, being single, and taking that time and using it to your advantage to go within, to soul search, to figure out, okay, what could be holding me back? You know, what thoughts or thought patterns or narratives or things from my past, etc., like what could be holding me back, and facing it and moving on from it. That's the message that these 3 cards are giving. Because again, the 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. It's the happy family card. It's soul family energy. This is saying to me that this is going to be amazing. And again, I just feel like there's still part of you that doesn't fully believe that. And there might be a little teeny tiny bit of you that might be like a little bit commitment phobic, which like same. I've had to like work through that a lot in recent years. But like the 7 of Cups can be about, you know, like having your options open. And it's definitely good to keep your options open, you know, because again, you're going to know when you meet this guy. And until then, have some fun. So this is kind of a double meaning for me. One, it's saying, yes, be open, have some fun. You don't have to be in that kind of mindset of like the next person I meet has to be the one I marry. It has to be my person. Maybe there's a couple lessons to learn through some little interactions. You know, like I've talked to guys on the like texting like for a couple weeks, and like I've grown from it and learned from it, and like that's all it was. You know what I mean? So it doesn't necessarily mean you have to like get in serious relationships with a bunch of people, but I think keeping your options open and just kind of like talking to some different people if it should arise, if the opportunity should arise, I think that's a good thing. But also on the flip side, like I said, if there is a little bit of commitment phobia, like pay attention to that, because commitment phobia is somebody who wants commitment and tries to go for it, but then gets scared and runs away. To me, that says that you just know deep down in your heart that you're going to know. Like, it's hard to explain, but like I've been going through something very similar where I was like seeing somebody that's like pretty great, and like on paper, like yeah, he could totally like be the one, you know, quote unquote, but it just didn't have that spark, you know what I mean? It just didn't have that like oomph, that magical feel to it. And so when it has that magical feel, you're not going to have the commitment phobia. So if that's something that maybe you've been afraid of because maybe you've been a little bit commitment phobic like in your life, and maybe that's your devil energy of something that's holding you back, that's not going to be a problem when you meet this person. Because again, with the level of the connection here, the past life connection, the depth of everything, the magic of everything, all these freaking faded major arcana energies, you're going to know. So if you do have any fear of like not knowing if it's the right person or, you know, that kind of like feeling, you're not going to have that with this person. All right, so let's get your, oh, yep, here you go. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, definitely. This is a definite important message for you. Love yourself first. I think of the sun as a self-love energy. But yeah, love yourself first, because that seems to be, again, that devil energy. There's just something holding you back, something from your past where I feel like you don't fully believe that you deserve this. But yeah, so work on your self-care, your self-love. We've had that message a few times. So I think that's really important for you to work on for the next year. Oh, you got rebirth. Check it out. You just had the judgment card in your last question, and now you've got rebirth, which is it's basically the judgment energy. So, oh yeah, I love this. Oh, this is great. Okay, so yeah, so this rebirth, again, that was the card with the message of like getting your groove back. And that's exactly what I'm feeling with this right here too, is I feel like take this time to work on yourself, to go within, to let go of those limiting beliefs, to work on what you need to work on. And you're going to get your groove back while you do that. I love it. Okay, let's get you one final card. You know what? Let's do another romance angel. And then that's going to do it for your reading. Are you kidding me? Okay, we're going to do another one because we've already had this card. Past life relationship. You've known each other before. Which honestly, I feel like the reason this came out again is because they really, really, really want to hammer home that like you're gonna know. You're not going to have a sliver, a shred of a doubt when you meet your guy. You're going to 100% know. All right, let's get you one more. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So again, this healing family issues could be something just from your past, or it could be something possibly pass down the line. You know how, issues can get passed down your family line, like, body image issues, eating disorder, like things like that can get passed down, like a long line of everybody gets divorced, So it could be maybe something that's been kind of passed down your family line, or just from your childhood, or just from previous relationships as well. But yeah, I just want you to know, if you take anything from this reading, this is going to be like literally just pure magic. Like, again, I just feel like when you meet, it's going to be just surrounded by like serendipities. You're just going to feel the energy. Like, this reading is like, yeah, it's like popping. Like, the energy is like, I feel like I just drank a cold brew. Like, but yeah, again, if you take away anything, just know that you're not going to have a shadow of a doubt when you meet your guy. You're going to 100% know. And oof, it's going to be a great love. But anyways, that's going to do it for you. Thank you so much for purchasing this reading. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. And more than anything, I hope you are staying safe and that you have a nice day. All right, thank you. Bye.